Facts First presents Mom asks rude teens to be quiet during movie, and days later hears from their mother. Click like if you've ever been annoyed by loud movie patrons, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Rebecca Boyd's husband got laid off, and she knew that soon money would be tight. Rebecca didn't blame her husband since there was really nothing he could have done differently. Rebecca and her husband, they had a daughter, and since money was going to be short, Rebecca wanted to take her daughter to do one last fun thing before they couldn't afford these luxuries any longer. So she took her 12-year-old daughter to see the Disney movie Cinderella. Well, since this would be their last mother-daughter outing for a while, Rebecca wanted to make it perfect for her daughter. Unfortunately, there were a couple of teenage girls sitting behind them that made it difficult to enjoy the movie. The girls were behind them the entire time, talking, giggling, kicking the back of Rebecca and her daughter's seats. Rebecca turned around and asked the girls nicely to please stop so that they could enjoy the movie. But the teenage girls ignored her and continued to be disruptive. Rebecca and her daughter went to the Tannehill Premier Cinema 14 in Alabama. It wasn't the first time Rebecca had gone to this particular theater, and she'd never had any issues before. Unfortunately, on this day, they just couldn't enjoy the movie. Rebecca asked the girls numerous times to keep it down, but they just weren't listening. Rather than being quieter, in fact, the girls were rude to Rebecca. They continued to make noise. When the movie finished, Rebecca told the girls how rude their behavior was and how it had affected her and her daughter. She asked these rude teens to be quiet during a movie. They didn't listen, but she heard from their mother later on, and what she heard was something she never expected. When the noisy girls returned home with their older brother, who was also with them during the movie, he told his mother, Kaisha Smith Wood, how rude his sisters had been. Well, he let her know that there was a woman and a young girl sitting in front of them, and his sisters had ruined the movie for them. The girl's mother wasn't going to let this go. Kaisha took to Facebook to try and find the woman whose experience at the movies had been ruined. She created a post on Facebook and mentioned the name of the film, the time, and the theater where the incident occurred. She wrote in the post that she was looking for the woman who had scolded her daughter and stepdaughter at the movies. She wasn't looking for Rebecca to yell at her for scolding her children, though. She was looking for her to apologize for her children's horrible behavior. Kaisha wrote in the post that Rebecca told the teenage girls that her husband had just been laid off and this would be her daughter's last chance to do something fun for a while. She wrote the two teen girls were appropriately punished for their rude and disrespectful behavior. Kaisha wrote that her daughter's behavior was unacceptable and the girls were going to be writing letters of apology to Rebecca and her daughter. And at the end of this post, she asked that if Rebecca or somebody she knew were to see the post, that they send her a direct message. Well, Kaisha created this post, she put it on her newsfeed, and also posted it to the McAdory-McCalla Community News Facebook page and on the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office page. And it wasn't long before the post went viral, and finally Rebecca saw it. When the post did go viral, ABC News even picked it up and they went to speak to Kaisha. When asked how her daughters felt about the Facebook post, she said that they were humiliated and mortified. After Rebecca saw the post, she reached out to Kaisha, and it wasn't long before the two women and their daughters all became friends. Kaisha's daughters felt horrible for what they had done, and they apologized to Rebecca and her daughter. Well, Rebecca forgave the girls as soon as they met. She understood, hey, teens make poor decisions from time to time. That's just what teens do. It doesn't mean that they're bad girls. Rebecca says that she was shocked, though, that Kaisha supported her in this. She said some mothers would just ignore the truth and stick up for their children. She was impressed that Kaisha wasn't one of those parents. This story could have gone so much differently. Kaisha could have blamed Rebecca and called her out for yelling at her daughters. Instead, she made her children take responsibility for what they did. We need more parents like this. What's even better is that they all became friends when they met. How cool is that? Rebecca and Kaisha, they have the same values when it comes to raising their children, and they're happy that they met and became friends. And I'm happy they are too. Subscribe for more.